Well, here's to hoping everything works? Question mark? Hmm. Hopefully. That looks good. What is this? This looks adorable. It's pretty much Pokemon. That's not what we want. So I've definitely done a lot on PowerWash since the last time I streamed it. I was going to play Dinkum, but Smee's not feeling up to it, so I figured. Well, I think Wolverine wanted to play Scrap Mechanic, but I told him I was playing Dinkum. But the hi Urchin. But then Smee's not playing Dinkum, so then I would try to contact Wolverine, but he didn't see my message, so he's probably taking a nap or something. Okay, so we're on to the giant Ferris wheel. Hello, hello. It's been a minute. It feels like it's been forever for me. But it's been 3 streams that I've missed. Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday. But I had a great trip down to California, visited all my family, went to an. Okay. I went to an anime convention. I can't say I went to an awesome convention because it was very poorly organized. But I did get some cool stuff. And thank you so much to the amazing people at Amtrak that were like, it's cool. If anybody asks, just say it's a fishing rod. And let me bring my replica sword back. He raised my stream today. Never had a raid before. I don't know how to entertain 20 people. Oh gosh, Urchin, I know. Wolverine's so nice. He's such a good person. He likes to share the love. He wants everybody to be a part of the community, so. But yeah, so I got a replica sword and I looked up on like TSA. Well, okay, what I actually Googled was like requirements for Amtrak, and it brought up the TSA website, and the TSA website said as long as it's completely sheathed and secure and there's no way that it can hurt anybody, that it can be checked. When I get to Amtrak, they're like, I typed on no worries, no worries. They're like, well, that's TSA for the airport. And I'm like, what the heck? I did everything I could. And I got in kind of on a technicality and also kind of because the dudes were like anime people too. And they're like, we'll figure it out. So the sword that I have is from Demon Slayer. It's the Shinobu replica. The actual manual for Amtrak says knives that are less than a foot. And he's like, how long is this sword? And I'm like, well, it's technically the whole box. But then I was like, I saw that and I'm like, but the blade itself is like less than 6 inches. And he's like, what? How does that make sense? And I'm like, well, there's a little piece of blade at the beginning by the hilt, and then there's nothing until the very end. There's a little piece of blade at the end. And he was like, so what's in between? And I was like, well, metal, but no blade. And so then I showed him a picture of it online, and he's like, oh, okay, I know my anime. Because I was like, do you know how to type Shinobu? But anyway, he's like, I know my anime. He's like, well, I have to ask the conductor. He's usually a really chill dude, but like, I gotta, and he knows about this anime stuff. He's like, this book was written years ago, before all the like replica anime stuff came out, and um, don't stress it, but I have to ask him. I'm like, well, because the other guy, the other guy that came in, he said, just charge her the up fee for the package and just, you know, put it in there. And he's like, but what if they don't let it on the train? And the guy's like, how are they gonna know? And then the other guy said, um, Carnage is jealous. He heard Demon Slayer sword. Oh yeah, it's really pretty. Um, so the other guy came and he like they discussed it and everything, and he's like, it looks at the box and like I duct taped it really well, and he's like, nah, that's fine, that's fine. And the guy, he goes, if they ask, just say it's a fishing rod. The original guy that's been trying to help me out, he's like, that was my idea. He's like, yeah, so there you go. So they totally helped me out, and it survived because he was like, is it anything that could break under 500 pounds of weight? Because they just chuck it in with all the other bags. And I was like, well, it's got foam around it, I think it'll be okay. And it did, it totally survived, luckily. So what really sucks is the convention down there, they consider live steel anything metal, regardless if it's sharp or not. That's not the actual definition of live steel. Live steel is anything that is sharp that can cut. Because there is stage steel and costume steel and live steel. There's different types. And the convention that I go to in November, they only consider live steel to be something that can cut. So that's good. So I can use it for my cosplay. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm also hoping everything works. I updated OBS and it said that like a bunch of my plugins don't work, but they seem to be fine. So, you didn't know. Alright, enough of my jibba jabba. Let's clean some stuff. Sounds really fun and exciting. Yes, it was fun and exciting. And it was also exciting in a good way and a bad way. Because I was really... Oh, that's loud. I forgot I turned it up when I was playing it by myself. It was exciting to get it. And then I was like, oh, crud. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten it. And then it was okay, so. Your jibber jabber was missed. Aw, nice.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no.
Hey, Smee. Well, I'm glad that my annoying cadence is welcomed by you, Urchin. So glad. There. Resume, please. That seems better. We were just talking about the escapades of me getting back. It wasn't so much me getting back, but me getting the sword to come back with me that I purchased. It was exciting. It happened. It is now done and done. Now it sits up on my shelf. I told my little brother that I couldn't wear it to the convention because he's like, the dude said, oh, there were so many other people with that same one. And I'm like, well, maybe it looked the same but wasn't actually metal. Urchin was unhappy gamer earlier. Hopefully the game started to make sense later on. Aww. Yeah, Urchin said Wolverine raided and had no clue. Like, what do I do? There's so many people. Yeah, he said that you were still feeling a little sicky poo and nobody else was responding, so I decided to do Power Wash instead. And it's a good, nice little zen back into streaming game for me anyway. This means ratting me out. Yeah, no, that is what she do though. That's what I do too though, to be honest. So don't be surprised if I do as well. I mean, you've heard me on Sheaf's stream when we're playing Valheim. Like, oh, somebody left the door open. Wonder who it was. Oh, somebody's not cutting down their tree stumps. Wonder who it was. I started Hollow Knight today. Oh, nice. I've heard that that one's pretty fun. It's not really my style of game, but people enjoy it. So confused and lost, frustrated. Oh, I've had games like that for sure. I'm just like, all right, well, never playing this game again. But when I have people in here that I should have started Horizon Zero Dawn instead. Oh, that would be really fun. Wolverine loves that game too a lot. That's actually how Wolverine found me because I was streaming Horizon Zero Dawn. It's nice to have a couple people in chat at least if I get like frustrated and they know the game to just be like, "Oh, you just got to go to the left or push the A button," you know. Just a little bit of help to ease my frustrations with the game. Why are they banging on the wall downstairs? It'd be real great if they didn't do that. It's just going like no direction whatsoever in that game. It reminds me of Ori. Oh, well, yeah, Ori is frustrating for sure. But it's really nice to have some people that'll hang out and chat and be like, you just gotta go over there, you know? Usually, because it is a puzzle game, right? So usually I can kind of understand what it wants me to do. I just don't always have the skill to do what it wants me to do. I was I was just thinking about Hollow Knight the other day because I keep seeing like it pops up on my Steam a lot. I don't know. I keep looking at the videos of it and stuff and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think it's a game for me. What pops up? Oh, Hollow Knight pops up a lot on Steam. I started playing a game on my Switch that my roommate told me about, and it's actually really fun. It's called Grow, Song of the Evertree, and it's really cute and fun. And I meant to play it a lot when I was taking the train down to California, and then I just ended up watching movies the whole time. I think it was just too much work to get the Switch out and like plug it in and turn the game on and all that stuff. And I wanted to stream while I was on the train, but they had no Wi-Fi on the train, even though they say that there's Wi-Fi. Guess it's just that one train that doesn't have Wi-Fi. It's so ridiculous. And I'm really sad. Smee knows because I was messaging her when it happened. I didn't get to eat my steak dinner on the train. I've never had a steak dinner on the train. I thought to myself, this time I've got a little extra money. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna heckin' eat steak on the train. And their card reader broke. And so I didn't get to eat steak on the train. But the demo for you did? I honestly don't remember at all, but the roomie has been hardcore playing it, and it's pretty awesome. That dirt right there, or just a shadow? It's just a shadow. That's dirt right there, though. Not just steak, but souffle as well. Yeah, so they had a Mexican souffle and steak and potatoes and a lemon cake was the options that I was gonna go for. There were other options for a starter and a main course and um, dessert, but those were the options that I wanted. And I didn't get to get it. And then they raised the price of breakfast too. So it used to be that you could just kind of like pick and choose whatever you wanted to eat for breakfast. And so usually I would just get like grits and yogurt. Well, now it's just $20 and you have to pick something off of the menu that's like a combination kind of thing. Finally got my taste back today, so it sounds so yummy right now. Aw, and lurk away. Lurks are love. Well, I'm glad you got your taste back. That was the worst like 4 days of my life when I lost my sense of taste. Definitely enough to make you want to just give up the will to live because why? Can't taste anything. No, I'm kidding. But it really did suck. I did give up the will to want to eat anything. That's for sure. Half the time I'd be like, it's lunchtime. I haven't eaten in several hours. I probably should eat, not just because it's lunchtime, but because it helps, your body with healing. But a lot of times I seriously considered, like, maybe I'll just wait and just eat dinner. I'm like, no. Gotta keep up my strength so my body can keep fighting the virus. Whatever it is. Yeah, that was no bueno. He's ordering all the good food and my favorite elotes, and then I couldn't even taste it. Oh no, that's the worst. Yeah, when I realized that I had lost my taste, I was like, no way. No way. So I ate one of my spicy ramens, the really good ones. No, couldn't taste it at all. So, of course, the roommate was like, you should eat the spiciest ramens right now because you can't even taste it. And I'm like, I don't taste the spice, but it still affects me. It just tastes like warm salt. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, your body, it's so weird. Like, your body still knows what it should taste like, and so kind of, like, makes up its own flavor, even though you literally aren't tasting anything. But I know for a while I was like, wait, am I tasting it? Is that a taste? No, my brain's just filling in the gaps to what it should taste like. It was very sad. Then I went to California and back, and I didn't get no COVID, so that's good. There was a lady that was like hacking up on the train, but it was a very wet cough. COVID is a dry cough. But this guy, it was so crazy. He actually ended up getting a ride home from his mom. It was weird. Um, he was like freaking out that the lady could have had tuberculosis, and I'm like, I mean, I guess, but that seems kind of like a reach, but sure. But and now because your taste is back, he just wants smoothies. No fair. Oh, rude. But yeah, this guy, there's these two dudes sitting, like, one was directly across from me, and then one was, like, across and one row ahead of me. And the one guy, I was, like, saying stuff about the train, and he's like, oh, do you ride the train a lot then? And I'm like, well, I used to, but not anymore. And then the other guy, I said I was going to a convention in Sacramento, and the other guy was like, Sac Anime? And I was like, yeah, actually, that is the one I'm going to. And he's like, no way. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Are you going? And he's like, no, I'm just visiting my girlfriend. I'm going back to my parents' house. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, I'm going to Shingle Springs. And he's like, oh, I live in Shingle Springs. And I was like, what? No way. Nobody ever knows where Shingle Springs is on the train. And so then I was like, okay, this might be super random, but like, where in Shingle Springs do you live? Um, and he told me, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. That's literally like 2 streets over from my parents' house. Like, it's on the way to my parents' house. And then, I don't know, like an hour later, it just kind of hit me like, I should totally ask this dude if I could get a ride home. Now, at this point, I thought he was driving himself or, his friends were picking him up or something. I didn't realize it was his mom. But I was like, hey, this is going to be like super crazy random, and like you could definitely say no, not a big deal. Um, but would you be able to give me a ride home? Since you're literally like right next to my parents' house. I'm like, you don't even have to drive me all the way, just to the street that you're on, and I can just walk over there. Um, and he's like, well, I'll ask my mom, but I don't know. And I'm like, okay, no, that's cool. Yeah, like totally. And then in the morning, because this was at like 9 or so at night when we'd been on the train for a bit. In the morning at like 5 or 6, when I noticed that he was awake again, I was just like, hey, so I just wanted to see, like, were you able to do that? And he's like, yeah, she said she has a meeting though, so like you'd have to wait in the car for an hour. And I was like, that that's totally fine. So yeah, legit, his mom picked us up from the train station, and we sat in the car while she went to her meeting. He ended up going to get a coffee because I told him, I'm like, dude, you can totally take a nap while we're just waiting, because I am very talkative, because I am, you guys know. But like, I can shut up if you need to get some sleep. Like, I understand, because it was only his second time on the train, and he didn't sleep like at all. And I remember when I first started riding the train, I couldn't sleep either. I'd sleep for like 20 or 30 minutes, and then I'd be awake for like 3 hours, and then I would just keep doing that like the whole time that I was on the train. I would be like so tired, but like couldn't sleep, or at least couldn't stay asleep, I guess. I was always like afraid that I would not get off at my stop, but now that I've taken the train so many times, like I know they just wake you up. Um, but yeah, this time I did great. I think I slept for like 5 hours the first time and like 2 hours the second time um, that I went to sleep. So yeah, and then the way back, I probably slept less on the way back, but which is probably why I was exhausted. Also, I walked 16 blocks from the train station to my house with all my bags and my sword, so that didn't help either. But yeah, I think I actually got like a little bit of a sunburn from that. I wasn't in the sun that much when I was in California, and it was hot down there. It was like 104 to like 112 throughout the days that I was there. And yesterday was like 114. I'm glad I was back yesterday, because yesterday was only like 86 here in Eugene. So I told my dad, I was like, oh, glad to be back in 86-degree weather. And he's like, yeah, yeah, rub it in. They could come visit me in Eugene. I wouldn't mind. mom actually talked about it at one point, said that she would do like that. She would take the train and then um, hang out at a hotel or whatever. But it hasn't happened. Yeah, the weather was decent when you were gone. I know, right? I leave and it's like, oh, it's all cool. Although supposedly it was like really smoky on Thursday. I don't know if that was true or not, but I saw somebody posted a video of like the live capture of the like wind movement and stuff, and the smoke like went right over Eugene, but maybe it was higher up so it didn't really affect it as much. Yeah, the one weekend I decided to go down to Sacramento is a heat wave. Great. I loved it. Ugh. And actually, like, it's weird though. Like, I really don't like the heat, but it really didn't bother me that much. And I'm wondering if it's just because I was just so happy to see my family that I was like, whatever, I don't even care. One day was 77 and a good breeze. I was just soaking it in. Nice. Yeah, the weather was like 86 yesterday, so I was like, oh, it'll probably still be nice today. And then it was like gonna be 93 today, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm not walking to work then. But I think tomorrow's only supposed to go back down to like 88 or something, so I'll be able to walk to and from work. It is faster and more convenient to drive, but ain't nobody got gas for that. There's a bunch of dirt underneath there, I just realized. And yeah, I was gonna stream last night because I did get in at like 1:30 into Eugene, but and I was home by like 2. I was just so hot and exhausted, and like I literally just passed out at like 7. I told myself I couldn't because then I wouldn't sleep through the night, and then I did, and then I did actually sleep through most of the night. I think I was just really tired. It's also that like it's always sad to not be traveling, right? Or not be visiting your family, but that first night back in your own bed, ugh, it's so good. I got to watch so much anime with my little brother, and it made me so happy. I did feel bad though because they weren't the most PG of animes, and my parents just like let him watch it in the front room now, and I'm like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Because me, being my mother's child, is like, oh no, mom is gonna be so mad at us. We're in trouble. Did he do all the dates at the convention? We were going to, but there wasn't really time on Sunday, so we didn't go in on Sunday. Um, but he did Friday, and then only a couple hours on Saturday. I kind of had a feel. So really, what it is that place was not organized whatsoever, um, and they didn't even have like a gaming area. That probably would have made a big difference. Um, they only had like an upstairs ballroom that had board games, and then they had a couple tiny panel rooms that like hardly had anything going on in them. And then they had this huge main panel room, and like nobody was going. And then they had the downstairs vendors. So, I mean, we did the vendors, we got a bunch of stuff. You know, he had very limited funds. So, it's awesome to look at all this stuff, but you can only look at all the stuff for so long before you're like, this sucks. I don't have any money. Um, but yeah, I'm disappointed in California Con. I would think it would be better. Me too, especially since it was huge. There were so many people there, and there was no organization. We literally got stuck for like at least 15 minutes just trying to get downstairs because the downward escalator broke, and they were like cordoning off the stairs. So it was just a big funneled pile of people just standing there trying to get down the stairs. It was ridiculous. There's other staircases throughout the convention center as well. They should have redirected traffic and just had someone down there like saying go this way only. Like I don't know. But yeah, because I'm used to there's like tabletop contests, there's video game section, there's panels all the time, like arts and crafts panels, or you know, it just. Oh well, it's okay because it was AC inside, so it actually wasn't bad when you were in the convention. It was just when you were outside. But yeah, it was very poorly done. Very poorly done. I think, and so on Friday we were there probably a good 5 or 6 hours, and then he started to get hungry and didn't have any money, so then we went home, and then on Saturday, I think also because he got up really early so he could go to work and have a little bit of money. Um, so he was just super tired on Saturday and then started to get hungry. And I bought him some food, but you know, he's kind of at a point in his life where people can't be buying him too much stuff. He can't pay it back. So yeah, it was just he was tired and wanted to eat food but didn't have the money for it, and I was just like, well, do you want to go back in here or do you want to just go home? Like, if you're that tired, we could just go. Like, I'm good. So we were only there for like 2 or so hours on Saturday, and then Sunday I had church in the morning, and then went to a movie with my dad and my brother, and then my mom's birthday. Didn't even know it was my mom's birthday, but luckily that was the weekend I was there because I got to go to her birthday party at the pizza parlor. I know it sounds weird. She was turning 52. Um, and then after the pizza party, just hung out until I needed to go on the train. So there really wasn't any time on Sunday because the convention center is like an hour from my house. So even though there was like an hour and a half or two here or there, like I wouldn't actually have been able to go because the travel time alone would have eaten up all the time. So, and as I was telling Urchin earlier, I got a replica sword there because at KomoriCon in Portland, they allow people to have replica swords as their costume, with their costume, as long as it's not live steel. Well, SAC Anime considers anything that's metal to be live steel, regardless of whether it's sharp or not. So I bought the sword on the first day because I knew I was wearing the outfit on the second day, and then luckily looked at their policies. Otherwise, I would have had to have just left because I was not going to leave that sword in the car to get stolen. Because I couldn't even wear it with my outfit on the second day, and then I was like, well, I should have just got the foam one. But I'm really glad that I did, and then I almost didn't get to bring it back on the Amtrak but then the Amtrak dudes were like super chill. And I kind of got in on a technicality as well because their rules specifically state that, well, they do say just no swords, period. But they do say that a knife that is no more than 12 inches from the hilt can be checked. The sword that I got is a replica that doesn't have a blade in the middle. It only has a little blade at the hilt and a little blade at the very tip, and combined, less than 6 inches of a blade. So I told the dude, I'm like, I mean, technically. And so he was like, no, like, I'm an anime person, I get it. He's also like, this rule book was written like so long ago. I don't think it's ever been updated. I'm gonna check with the conductor. He's a pretty chill dude. Like, don't freak out, you know. We'll see what he says. Um, and I'm like, okay, but like, if I can't check this, then I'm just gonna have to leave it here because I have nowhere to put it. And he's like, no, don't worry just yet. Don't freak out. Don't worry just yet. But yeah, so he chatted with the dude, and the dude was like, if anybody asks, just say it's a fishing pole. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. So I at least got to bring it back. I looked up the TSA regulations, and they said as long as it's sheathed and secure and cannot harm anyone, it is fine. But the guy was like, that's just for the airplane. I'm like, why would it make a difference? Nobody can get into the baggage car on the train. Nobody can get to the baggage area on the plane unless they really want to. So why would it be any different? Like, I don't know, it just didn't make any sense to me. But he worked it out for me, and I was like, thank you so much. Because legit, I was just gonna give it to him and be like, well, I guess you just inherited yourself $100 sword. I also was gonna trade it in, but the people were like, no trade-ins, no refunds. And I was like, even if I forfeit the extra money, like, I will trade this $100 sword for a $30 foam one and forfeit the excess. And they never replied until I was already at the convention. I was like, well, tough luck. Sucks to be you. Shift just makes me stand up. Okay. But I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad that I have the real one now. And I'm glad that the convention that I normally go to, which I kind of consider to be a semi-small convention, is big enough that it knows what it's doing. Because, yeah. Will I personally be going back to SAC anime? No, probably not. My brother will, because that's kind of the only convention he has access to. Or at least he says he will. We'll see. He was really excited about it, and I told him they do another one in January, so. So the chat bar is like a different size now, so I don't always catch the chat when it comes through. So if I miss something because I'm talking your ears off like a ridiculous person, please just chat it again, like all caps, and yell at me and be like, listen to me. I try to catch it, but I zone out a little bit when I'm playing this game. Urchin said my jibber jabber was missed. I don't know. I'm just zoning? Okay, cool. Hard to think that my non-stop rambling is actually entertaining and enjoyable for people. But they say there's an audience for everyone. Really sad I didn't get to stream on the train. Would've been cool. And there's this one guy, he was adorable. This younger dude that was at Amtrak, and he was just like, so that's like legit a sword in there? Like a replica, like legit. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, that's so cool, that's so cool. The one guy's like, yeah, he's trying to get into the anime stuff too. And I was like, well, it's definitely good to just get little bits at a time, like one piece at a time, and then eventually you'll have the full costume. I got myself brown sugar boba milk tea. Blech. Gross. I don't like boba. Milk tea is okay, but I like fruity flavors, not brown sugar. That seems weird to me. I like watermelon and strawberry. That's the other thing. My little brother wanted to go get boba, and then we. Did you not mess up, everyone? I did not mess up. I did not. Boba's gross. I don't think you like boba, Wolverine. Why would you say I messed up? But yeah, so I told him, you know, just get like one piece at a time and just have the rest of it be like a closet cosplay. Like find something at Goodwill that's close enough to resemble the character, and then as you build one piece at a time, you'll eventually have like a really good full cosplay. You can put boba in Mountain Dew. Yeah, you can put boba in anything, but that doesn't make it taste or feel good. Boba's gross. I like tapioca pudding. I don't like giant tapioca balls exploding in my mouth. I'm okay though. Thanks. I know. I'm weird with textures. It's a texture thing. I just cannot even. And then the roommate likes to put all the jellies in there. No. I'm okay. I think my drink should be liquid, not chewy or chunky. Okay, Ferris wheel, get over yourself. I'm gonna start calling the roommates J and C. So that way they're distinguishable. Because I have two roommates. I don't think either of them really wants their name just used out in public, so just call them J and C, because that's their first initial. That's all you get to know. If C actually likes boba, but I know that J does. Obsessed with it. But yeah, J also gets like, ugh, all the like green tea jelly and aloe chunks, and nah, I cannot. I cannot do it. Cannot do it, Kevin. I love the jellies. Ugh, no. I don't think my liquid should be chunky. No. Jelly is for bread, not for tea. But to each their own. Y'all enjoy it. Y'all have fun with it. I will pass. There was a really long time that I didn't like sushi, but that was a flavor thing. That wasn't a texture thing. I didn't think that it would taste good, but then once I did taste it, I realized it tasted amazing. But even then, I still am like very basic white girl sushi, so can't really claim that either, I guess. But boba is strictly a texture thing. I can't do it. I usually have a pretty good reason for most of my texture things. So, for me, the boba thing is because when I was little, and this is probably TMI and probably super gross, but y'all need to know. When I was really little, like, not really, really little, I guess, when I was like 9, um, I would always want to have juice before bed. So I would get myself a cup of juice. But sometimes I wouldn't be able to finish it before I got tired and went to sleep. So I would leave the cup in my windowsill. Usually I would drink it by the next morning. There was one time that I left a cup of apple juice in the windowsill and I forgot about it for a while. And then a couple days later, and it was probably in the summer, who knows, and it was in my windowsill, which gets all the morning sun. Um, I went to go drink it because I was like, oh yeah, I got that apple juice there. It was very fuzzy, chunky apple juice. So yeah, I can't do chunks in my drink. It's a big hard no for me. Lurky lurk, okay, Smee. Hopefully I didn't make you want to go throw up. But yeah, so it was really fun. I got to go down, visit with my brother, my mom, and my dad, and then I got to visit my mom's parents since they literally live connected to the same house as my parents. And then I got to visit my dad's parents. We went out to dinner with them. Well, into dinner with them. They live in like a senior apartment place where like they just they have their own little apartment, but they're a part of a complex where it's all seniors. So like if they need help, there's always people there. And they have like a little dinner restaurant thingy there, as well as movie and swimming pool and all sorts of stuff. So we literally just went downstairs in their apartment unit and had some dinner. It was really good though. I had these raviolis. They were pretty yummy. It was weird though. They were served on a sushi plate. It's really weird. Or at least what I would consider a sushi plate. But they tasted yummy. The garlic bread was super crunchy though. Like not like it was overcooked or burnt. Like that's just the style. But it was like, why would you serve this at a senior facility? You trying to make sure that their polydent works? Like, holy kebabs, dude. Like, maybe you should serve some softer foods, you know? I guess not everybody has dentures, but still. Or at least comes with a warning label. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to get in, like, each one of these things and ride them around and clean them while I'm riding. Not complaining. Okay, I need to focus back out here. I think I got all around there. I need to get the ladder for the sign. Oh, that's not what I meant. The trance master? Oh, it's putting me in a trance, that's for sure. Whee! Oh, well, that was kind of anticlimactic, but okay. I wonder if there's a place to put this. Oh, no. It's just for that. Okay. Hmm. I wonder if I can jump in them then. Oh, totally. Heck yes, let's go. Be riding this Ferris wheel for a hot minute. Probably for the rest of the stream, honestly. A big job. Aw, thank you, Urchin. Thank you, thank you. How are you so cool? Tell me, how are you so cool? You're so amazing. I don't think any of the sound effects or videos are gonna work. I'm gonna have to go through and like refix it because I updated OBS and it said that Streamlabs and like 3 other things were not supported now. And I was like, what the heck, OBS? Are you kidding me? So, yeah. Yay! That's a really cute emote. Oh no. Ugh. Okay. Thought I was about to fall out. Oh, nice. Outsides of these. Ooh, and this. Alright. Ah, hi, Wolverine. You still here, friend? Got kind of like zoned out a little bit. Game be doing that. This was definitely a smarter choice for like a welcome back from vacation stream because decided to just chill. Get into the hard stuff tomorrow when I start playing Death Stranding on stream. Okay, I need to jump out. Come on. I wonder if it's gonna be the bottom. Okay, got it. Now I can jump into this one. I gotta ride a Ferris wheel. Thanks for the shout out. Oh, thanks for shouting out, Wolverine. Yeah, poor Urchin said you raided today and it was a little overwhelming, but that you've included them into our little gaming family and that's so good. That's why I said, I was like, Wolverine just wants everybody to be a part of the family and everybody to be friends. Urchin said, yep, that is true. I think I shocked Urchin when I rated. Yeah. Yeah, you did. For sure, you did. Said, you're just spreading the love, that's all. Yes, I was like, what is happening? Yeah, oh, I know. I think the first time Wolverine raided me and then when Deadly raided me, I was like, what is even happening right now? What do I even do? Urchin said possibly playing Horizon Zero Dawn since the other game seemed very frustrating. And I said Wolverine loves that game. Dang, I didn't get all of it. Oh well. Okay, let's jump in this one. But very much appreciated. Yes, yeah. Definitely nothing like going from like 3 to 30 viewers with one raid and being like, what do I do now? People are watching me. I now have a real fake sword. I feel pretty proud about that. I also have a real fake gun too. That was on accident. I ordered seatbelt holder things from Amazon and I got sent an airsoft pistol for no reason. I don't have any CO2 or BBs for it, but at some point I can get those things. Ugh. just barely got it. This is like ever so slightly kind of setting off my motion sickness, but then I kind of reposition myself and then it's not so bad. Oh, I don't know why my allergies just decided to start acting up. I get like this catch like right in my throat. And I can't stop coughing for a minute. Luckily it was just a one-time little thing, so I'm okay now. Oh, maybe not. Talking does exacerbate it as well, but ain't nothing gonna stop me from talking, that's for sure. The bottom. Not too much down there. Once more around the bend. Oh, I bet you. Oh, it won't let me. I was gonna say, I bet you I could just jump from this cart into the other cart, but it won't let me. There are limits to how much it will let you not be affected by gravity. I updated OBS Wolverine and it said like a bunch of my plugins don't work anymore, so I'm gonna have to figure that out later. So if you do any sort of redemptions or anything, you'll just have to like yell at me because I can't see them. Yeah, got him. Ah, let me in. Oh, thank you, Urchin. Much preach. That's so awesome. I'm glad I looked up right then. Yeah, none of my alerts are working. I'm so sorry. I thought OBS is updating. It won't really change anything. Apparently, it changed everything. So that's fun. He's okay. Alright, as long as you don't feel bad. I just feel bad that people will be like,
hello there.
that worked. Thanks, me. Everybody needs a little David Tennant in their life. If it wasn't David Tennant, it certainly sounded like him. Well, that's working at least. Thanks for testing that out, Smee. It was Obi-Wan. I mean, he's pretty much could be David Tennant, but yeah. Yeah, now that you say that, I could definitely hear that was more of a different voice. But it did make me think instantly Doctor Who, but what are you gonna do, huh? He is scrumptious. Yeah, he is. Run, get in. Oof. Almost missed my ride. But yeah, none of the biddy alerts are redemption alerts or raids or anything like that, or follows or subs. None of those are working. It's my sad panda day. One of these days, I'll meet David Tennant at a convention. It'll be great. I mean, I have had a steak dinner with Yoda, so like, how many people can say that? I also have Stanley's autograph, so I'm really happy that I was able to get that before he passed away. Rest in peace, Mr. Lee. Wow, that was bright. I was at a convention that David Tennant was at, but I didn't have money to get his autograph, so got to see him from afar. And River Song and Captain Jack. Not Captain Jack Sparrow, but Captain Jack Harkness was there. A what? A what? A what incoming? All I see is incoming. I wish this was... Oh, wait. Wait. I think I fixed it. Were you saying like incoming, like the Ferris wheel was incoming? Now I'm like slightly paranoid and terrified. What's incoming, urchin? Tell me, please. I started watching Sandman, and it's not bad, but it doesn't really hold my attention. I'm gonna finish it because I started it, because that's how I roll, but yeah, you know. Hey, get Mexican food! Yay! Elotes? Elotes para me? Ooh, I did have some amazing tacos while I was down in California. There's this new little taqueria that's right next to my family's house, and my little brother and I went there, and they were super yummy. I don't think they had elotes, but the tacos were really good, so it was okay. Just thought a beef taco, 2 rolled tacos, nice. A rolled taco is just a taquito. Like, let's be honest. Oh, and then I went and had some tacos one of the days at the place where I used to work, Jim Boy's Tacos. They're, I don't know how, but they're like super famous. Like, there's literally people that drive from Idaho to California to get these tacos and bring like 12 packs of them back to Idaho. It's crazy. Yep, you gotta say rolled. Why? It's a taquito. It's a little taco. Okay, go for it. Woo! Made it. But yeah, they sprinkle Parmesan on the outside of their tacos. Like, yeah, should they use cotija? Probably, but they sprinkle Parmesan on the outside and it's so good. They don't make them as crispy as they used to, which is good. I don't like them as crispy as they used to be because they used to be so crunchy. But they did not hard grill them when I went, so that was nice as well. The one kind of sad thing though is they have like no substitutions at that place, so like the only combo is 2 beef tacos with a drink. Like you don't get to make it a chicken taco. Because I wanted chicken tacos. But I didn't want to pay extra. But it was still yummy, so a little bit of nostalgia for me because I used to eat those all the time. Also, they had whoa, what they called mini dias, which are just like tiny quesadillas made on corn tortillas instead of on like a flour tortilla, and they're very yummy. I didn't see if they were still on the menu though. It's been a couple years. Also, I'm pretty sure the dude that was working the counter is somebody that I worked with when I worked there because he kept kind of looking at me weird. And I wasn't like, well, I guess I did have my Japanese hat on, so maybe he was just staring at that. I don't know. But working on a stream project, but I'm around. Might get help briefly after stream if you have time. Okay, cool. Ooh, I made it. Yeah, I will try to help. I don't know how much help I can be. I need to go fix everything about my stream, apparently. So I can jump out this way, but I can't jump the other way. Interesting. At this point, it's gonna be easier just to grab one of the. You done messed up, everyone! I didn't mess up. I didn't. Bubby, you're fine. Hey, go lay down. 100% did not mess up. Do things the slow way. That's all. Okay. Okay. I can't. Oh, cause the fair. I can't see what I'm doing right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, hopefully that works. There's gonna be so many little parts of this that I am gonna have to go back and do. Switch to this one. Did I catch the last message? That you were working on stream update and that you were gonna get help from me afterwards? Is that the message? Because I did catch that one. But I don't know how much help I'm gonna be, but I can always try. seem like it's doing any better. Oh, I completely missed that one. I don't know how effective this is, but oh well. Oh my goodness, Urgent, you did 100 biddies 1 second. My good golly gosh, 1 sec. I hope you are there, Urchin. I totally forgot that 100 biddies, until that little thing popped up, is a Doji high five. And Doji was like, but mom, you said 100 bits. Yes. You spot? Wait, spot? There. Spot, kind of. High five. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, sorry, Urchin. I forgot. I'm really bad about that. I need to have something like up. I need to figure out how to do bit alerts is what I need to do. Yes, you're a good boy. You got your treat. Okay. Look at the cat. Look at her. Excuse me? What did you say about getting me food? Come on, meow. Meow. Come here. My mouse. Yeah, come on. Meow. Come here. Here you go. I'll just put the treat in her food dish. That'll be a lot easier. That was awesome. She was like, I saw that. Yeah, it's really great when I have it on the screen now because Niku and Amberly are just, I I gave you a treat. Oh, I'll give you one more. Nico and Amberly are just like, excuse me? What did you say? What are you talking about over there? Back. Sit. Look at me. Good boy. Yeah, that's my cat. Very food driven. It's funny when my roommate Jay's cat does it though because she does not like the crunchy treats. So I don't know why she's like, give me, and then she's like, oh, I don't like that. It's kind of like a kid when you're like eating something and they're like, I want some, and you're like, no, you don't. They're like, yeah, I do. And then they take a bite and they're like, I don't like that. I'm like, yeah, that's literally what I just said. You know, do? Hi, Mamel. Yeah, you're a good girl. Oh, I missed that whole section too. What the hecky? Oh, this was probably a poor life choice. Okay. I'm okay though. Everything's fine. Go. Hi, dog. You already got one, and I gave you an extra one too. So you can go lay down, sir. Okay. I need to be able to make it back over there. Yay! Did it. I am like a magical Spider-Man. So yeah, it was pretty great. I got to watch 2 movies this weekend and hang out with my family and like actually have a meaningful conversation with my grandpa cuz usually it's just small talk and like cool, what are you doing kind of stuff. And I actually got to learn some really cool things about his history and like where he's been and what he's lived through. Pretty cool. I don't like that noise. Dushy Dush, come here. I'll move the cat. Go on, Amberly. Get out of his bed. Go on, Fatty. You got plenty of places where you can lay down. Come here, pup. Come here. I moved the kitty out of your bed. It's so funny. He's such a jerk to them, but he won't, like, kick them out of his bed. He'll just go lay somewhere else. Like, are you a jerk or are you not a jerk? Because I can't really tell. Yeah, my dad's dad lived through the Great Depression. I think My mom's dad probably did too. I'm trying to think like how long ago the Great Depression was. But he was talking about how they had really mean turkey. That's something cool about the granddad. Yeah. Oh, something cool. So yeah, they had really mean turkeys. So apparently he was saying like during the Great Depression, everybody, you just did whatever. Everybody went pretty hardcore into like grow your own, raise your own, have all your own food at your house. And so they had these really mean turkeys apparently that lived in their front yard um, until they weren't living anymore. But he was saying like you'd have to wear like stuff that would cover all the way up to your knees because they would just spur you. And I was like, wow, all the turkeys I've ever known have been really chill. And then I guess there was this one house they had where like it was a 3-story house, but it was like slightly split level from like the garage to the first level, which is where his room was at. So there was like this little cubby that was like in between the two levels, and he they would, I guess pork was really cheap, or maybe they raised pigs, I can't remember exactly, but he would always eat pork chops because I think maybe just mostly his mom always cooked pork chops, and so he would eat them and then he would shove the bones in that little cubby area. So when they moved they found like hundreds of pork bones just like in that little cubby area, and I'm like, what the heck? It cracked me up. It just reminded me of when my younger brother was little. He was a really bad snack hoarder. And so my mom would actually end up having to find places to hide the snacks so he couldn't find where they were. At one point, she went in to change his bed sheets because he hadn't done it in a while. And he was like, I don't know, 10 or something. And she lifted it up, and there were hundreds of like snack wrappers and chip wrappers and stuff like in between the two mattresses. He just kept shoving them in there because I guess like if you can't see the evidence of the wrappers, then you can't blame him for eating the snacks. But yeah, she eventually found that if she put the snacks in the oven, he would never find them because he never looked in the oven. Oh, this is the one I need. Oof, I made it. Hey, you, come lay down. Come on. I made the cat move so you could lay down, so you better lay down. So yeah, those were some cool things that I learned about my grandpa. Oh, and he thinks electric cars are ridiculous. He has a Prius, but it's not fully electric, so he's all good for that, but he thinks the fully electric cars are just ridiculous. Oh, and he's very frustrated that he has to take 3 elevators to get to the pool. Ooh-ah! But I was telling my aunt, I was like, well, he could move because the place that they're at is only at 20% capacity. So, like, they could get another apartment if they wanted to. But, if he did, then he would be farther away from the restaurant and the movie place, which he uses way more than the pool. So, yeah. Him and his, like, when I have to use 3 elevators to get to the pool. It's like, yeah, but do you want to use 3 elevators to have to get to dinner? Like, I don't think so. I guess they were originally in a different apartment that was a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath. And he's like, it was just too big for no reason, and they didn't need it, so they moved into a smaller one that's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and he likes that a lot better. It just makes me think of like dorms. That's really kind of what it is. Other than he does have they have a full kitchen, but you know, like their downstairs is um a little mini movie theater and a restaurant and got a big swimming pool they can go swim in, so that's really good, especially when it's hot like it has been. But my aunt's house also has a pool, and they don't live very far from them, so it's like, I guess you didn't have to have the pool, but what was that, and why did it need to happen? Sorry, talking to my animals. I do that. Somebody knocked something over, and I don't know what it was, or who it was. But I'm pretty sure the dog actually went and laid down, so I think it was the cat. But yeah, and then Sunday was my mom's birthday, and I didn't even know, like a really great child that I am. It was me. I snuck in. Oh, hi, Smee. And then I felt really bad because my mom kept. I don't know. It's just what my mom does, though, so I've just learned to be like, okay, mom. But she kept giving me money. I don't. Like, after I said, like, I'll pay for it, and she's like, okay, here you go. Like, did you not understand what I meant when I said I will pay for it? So she ended up giving me money for the parking garage at the convention when I told her I'll pay for it. I don't mind paying for it. And then she gave me money for food at the convention. I'm like, "Mom, I am fine." But she's like, "Well, it's for your brother too." And I'm like, "Okay." And then so I told her like, "I'm taking the train. The plane's too expensive. I'll pay for an Uber if I have to. It's not a big deal." And she's like, okay. And then she gave me money to cover my Uber. And I'm like, Mom, stop it. And it's her birthday. Like, and then when we were at her birthday, right? We went to a pizza place. And then she's talking to our friend that's there. And she's like, oh, I didn't even think about bringing cake. I should have brought cake. And my friend's like, what are you talking about? It's your birthday. And she's like, well, it's not for me. It's for everybody else that came. Like, I don't care if there's cake. It's just everybody else might be expecting cake because it's a birthday. And we're like, Mom, stop. So I told our friend, I was like, why don't we just, we were right next to a Rayleigh's, which is kind of like a Safeway. And I was like, why don't we just go over to Safeway really quick and get a cake? And our friend was like, yeah, let's do that. And then right as we did that, my sister comes over and she's like, Mom, I brought cupcakes. It's fine. And I was just like, oh, okay, because we were seriously just gonna go over and buy some cake. Oh my gosh, my mom is literally worried about all the people that might want cake at her birthday. When it's her birthday, she didn't need to have to plan on bringing cake. Like, stop, you crazy loving lady. Like, goodness gracious. But yeah, so that happened. Come on, get closer. There we go. Hi! We have new friend, Digital Mining Collective. I didn't even see you come in. Hello, hello, hello. I'm a bad streamer. Don't mind me. Oh, this feels pointless right now. Let's just bring this thing over here. As close as we can. See what we can do. Oh, hey, look at all this. get distracted by my game and by my mom. So, and my animals. Sorry if I... My mom isn't here. I don't live with my mom, but I was just recently visiting my mom, and so I was getting distracted about her antics. But hello, 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 welcome in. Hi, friends. Welcome to the friend club. Yeah, my little brother's super stoked, and he wants to go to many more anime conventions, and he has a job now. So, honestly, I kind of hope he can, like, save up some money and come to some conventions up here with me. That would be really cool. But he's got to get into a really good space before that can happen, so. He's getting there, though. One day at a time. Come on. Want the ding, please? Dang it. Oh, Doji high five? Okay, okay, okay. Good thing I looked up. I'm getting, like, so zoned out. Doji, your public awaits, sir. Go spot. 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 No, not sneeze. Spot. There. Good boy. Back. Back. There, sit. Good spot. Now high five. High five. Yeah, good boy. There you go. Sit. Sit. Touch. Good boy. Good touch. Got a paw 5 and a nose 5. Please, please, please let me know if I'm zoning out way too much and like missing things in chat. Like literally just yell at me. It's fine. All caps. Let's go. I do be doing that. Especially with this game. It's dangerous. He seems to be liking those cheese snacks. Oh yeah. I mean, he pretty much likes anything that he's actually allowed to eat and everything that he's not allowed to eat. So, you know. Hashtag thug life. Also, he didn't get to go to my work on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Monday. So he missed out on a lot of snacks. So. You go lay down. Nice try. Go lay down. Sits and smiles and winks at me like, hey, got, got some got some trees? Got some trees for this good boy? What's up? I'm at 97%. I was just thinking like I've got to be getting close. This has got to be getting close to being done. I feel like there's like a lot on the side here maybe. Or probably on the other side. Let me go up top all the way. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff up in there that I can't reach. And he survived you being away. Yeah, I know. The first day was really rough. I kept checking in on him. But both of my roommates were home that day, so I was like, oh, it probably won't be that bad, but neither of them get up until like noon. So he had a solid like 4 hours where he was just by himself. But luckily I could check on him on his little camera. And he did okay. He, had some anxious moments, but with the camera, I'm just like, hey, go lay down. And then he does. It takes him a second here or there to really listen, but he did good. And then the next days there wasn't that like initial oh my gosh mom is gone moment, so he did better on those days for sure. Come on. Can I have this please? Thank you. But yeah, and then I felt really sad because, he's got his anxiety, so in order to keep him calm, I had my roommate Jay give him his anxiety medication while I was gone, which is all great and all, except for it makes him kind of dopey. Um, so that made me sad because I get home and he's like, "Hi, you exist. I have medication." But and then he kind of came out of it for a second, but then I could tell that he was still like feeling it all day and even through to this morning as well, because he will just be standing there and his tail, he's a Pomeranian, so he's got a curly tail, right? But instead of being curled, it just flattens out and goes down. And I'm like, oh, buddy, you are sad. And this morning he was still kind of groggy, a little bit out of it. But I think he's pulled through nicely. It makes me feel a little bit better for when I'm gone in November. I just hope that he's good for my friend's mom, and I'm really glad that she's going to be home the whole time. And I'm just going to have her give him the trazodone every night, so that will help at least. And hopefully he doesn't freak out. Sounds like he did all the drugs, yeah. Hopefully he doesn't freak out when she kennels him at night, because he hasn't really had to be kenneled for a while. And he's gonna have to be in a kennel at night at their house. And so I told her, I'm like, just make sure it's in a different room than where you're sleeping, because he will whine and yip. So, but hopefully with taking the trazodone, he just goes sleepy boy and just goes night-night. And then he can just be, with her all day. And he likes the Dalmatian. So, there's that at least. Although the Dalmatian thinks that he's just a big fat weirdo, which is valid, because he is a big fat weirdo. And extreme worst case, I'll just come back from the convention early. Because he'll at least make it through the first day and then maybe the first night. But if after the first night she's like, yeah, nah, then I'll at least have Friday. So, fingers crossed. And I'm always just worried in general because he's kind of a jerk, and I really would hate that he would be a jerk to someone else. But I know he would. So I'm just like, please just be nice. 1% left. I know I haven't gotten it enough of 1% left that it will tell me what to do. So I'm really close though. I'm probably like 99.99%, or no, 99.01%, and I need to get to 99.90%. wonder if I need to hit that from the inside then. It's from a different angle, maybe? I need to hit it from the back. Oh, hey, that was cool. Maybe it's just the complete other side and I'm just wasting time for no reason, because that's what I do. It's not on the outside. Can I get over this, please? Thank you. Aha! There it is. Well, part of it anyway. Rest of it in here? Ah! Oh, it's on this one. Aha! I haven't used tab this whole time either, so that's pretty cool. Alright. Yeah. It's right there. Haha, got him. Oh wait, what was that? This one over here now. Oh yeah, so much back up in here. And this one too. Maybe. Ah, ha 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 ha, sneaky sneaky. Ah, it's still not enough though. Okay, this post. This post right here. Center shaft pod frame platform trim. Aha. Inner mode support has a lot of green. Aha. I did it. Pod frame. So it's one of those bits. And then the center shaft. What's the center shaft? That's center support. Center support. Post frames. Aha! That. I need to go up top for that. I need to move this over here, though. Oh, goodness. Did you get it, puppy? And I bet you it's one of these frames on this side. Yeah, got him. Called it. And then nailed it. Just like I'm going to get this. Maybe if I hit it from above. I did it! Just in time to raid out. I got a 50 coins for being a superstar. Okay, well, that's gonna be the end of that for this evening. And now we're gonna go raid my friend, Ocarina Chief, because I'm pretty sure he should be streaming. But if he's not, oh yeah, I'm the best. Not streaming, that's gonna make me sad. But then we'll find somebody else to raid out to. Oh, he's playing Green Hell. Huh. Well, we'll raid out into him anyway. It's been a minute. Have a lovely time, whatever time it is that you are watching this, you beautiful people. And enjoy Sheefy. He's amazing. Thank you for welcoming me back with open arms and loving me so much. I appreciate you all very, very, very much. As always, if you have any prayer requests, please send them my way. They're completely anonymous because I don't know who you are on Twitch or Twitter or Facebook or any of those other places. Twitch is probably the most anonymous out of all of them, but you can also shoot me an email from any random email you want. And I will pray for you or anyone who needs prayer. And tomorrow we have scheduled something. I want to say it's the whatchamacallit. Well, I forgot. I almost said Norman Reedus and his amazing fetus. Death Stranding, I think. But let me triple check. Yeah, tomorrow, Death Stranding. Thursday, Strange Horticulture. I've gotten pretty big into that game. I really like it. So, have a lovely night, everybody, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.